sexy.
Okay. Welcome back to the episode 3 of the Velocity Podcast. I'm Lola.
I'm Isa.
And I'm Jackie.
We are missing Savannah for this episode. She couldn't join us, but she will be on the next one, so look out for that. This episode, we're going to be talking about week 1 and 2 of testing. We're going to kind of summarize everything just because a lot did happen. But basically, week 1 was them getting kind of like familiarized with the car after Barcelona. I don't know. I couldn't really tell much in Barcelona. I kind of did just like they're testing out how to drive the car, not testing out everything. Kind of vibes. That's what Barcelona gave me.
I got those same feels too. I also feel like it was the first time we got to see the cars on track.
Yeah.
So seeing the size did make a difference, like the wing and everything, and like the front, I was like, oh, okay. It's different to last season's.
Yeah. Also being able to see Williams on track finally because they didn't do Barcelona shakedown. Like I know they did Silverstone, like a shakedown in Silverstone, but like being able to see them finally in Bahrain was actually really nice.
Yeah, it was nice to see them because the same thing, I was a little skeptical since they have, I guess James like posts on social media kind of made it seem, or at least to me made it seem like there was going to be some hiccups with the car and it wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I was nervous because I was just like, dang, like I really want like Williams to have a good season this year, and not seeing him in shakedown kind of like made me realize like, okay, maybe it's going to be a rocky start.
But I will say, from what I've seen in testing, at least for last week, is they were doing really well, other than like a few hiccups they had at some turns. But other than that, it was really good.
Yeah, I think all of the teams had good runs. I think the only one that had struggles, like big struggles, was Aston Martin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because all the teams had trouble on like what, turn 10?
Turn 10 and turn 1 was like a big trouble spot for them.
Yeah.
And all of the drivers agreed that that was one of the biggest turns they were all struggling with. Like they all connected on that. So I was like, okay.
Well, that and 2, they were saying that the weather for Bahrain to Barcelona was also very different. So they were also having a hard time with the weather while they were driving. Because I think it was like Lewis, it was sandy and all that. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, he was really vocal about the weather, and also because it caused him to spin out. I think it was for week 1, if I'm not mistaken, where it caused him to spin out.
Yeah, he was slugging around because it was sandy, dirty, and windy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he had a scare at turn 1 where he did the 180.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, yeah. Also, a thing I've been seeing is Charles has been talking signs.
Period. As he should. It's the year of a horse.
Sad Savannah's not here to vocalize that.
I know.
I don't want to put too much out there because I am a little scared with Ferrari, but like, it's the year of the fucking horse. We better freaking win.
I will say week 1 and week 2, seeing that both Charles and Lewis, how they were driving, but also keeping their times at the top. Like Charles, like all sessions too, like it showed a lot of improvement. And it's funny because it's like, I know Lala and I are big McLaren fans, but for some weird reason, this season, I'm really not confident that like McLaren can top, just because of their like reports and stuff. But like seeing Ferrari, I'm like, oh shoot, okay. They didn't come to play this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I liked the way that the rear wing like moved.
Oh yeah, the video?
Yes. Oh my god, it looks so cool.
It did. That looks cool. Yeah.
I wonder if like we can insert. Okay, I'm gonna be like insert clip here.
Insert clip here.
We all look stupid in the video. Okay. I will say that. What was it all? Let's see. So I don't look at my notes again.
Ooh, Mercedes was doing good, especially Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I also feel like
Yeah.
I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but I feel like Mercedes was kind of like holding back on showing like out
Red Bull
what their
said the
car
same
can
thing.
do.
I had seen that Red Bull had said the same thing, that they were like, "Oh, Mercedes sees us as the top to beat," but I don't think Mercedes are showing all their cards right now. And I think that's so true because I don't think any of the teams are fully showing their potential right now during testing.
I don't think we'll see any of it until at least qualifying the first race.
Yeah. I think once we get to Australia GP,
Mm-hmm.
we'll start seeing who's has the strongest car.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone's gonna try to reveal their hand right now.
I really hope that Ferrari is not just like full on out there putting their whole hand out there right now, and like this is as far as they can go, and everyone else is like, oh my god, like yeah, we're gonna totally pass that up. Because I'm gonna be sad.
It's gonna be
If like,
it's
My
gonna
other
be an
thing was,
interesting season.
with
Yeah.
all the drama that was happening with Lando saying the car was good, what was wrong with that?
Okay.
Personally, if a single driver thinks the car is good, let them believe it. I don't care who the driver is.
I mean, we
Okay.
are talking about one of the most hated drivers.
I was trying to tell Issa this, okay, because I was like, he says one thing, because he was like, oh, the car is good, and then he was like, if he wants to retire, he can retire, because Max has been saying he wants to retire for so long. Okay, Max says it, ain't no one care. Lando repeats what Max says, and he gets hated on, and I'm like, he just repeated what was said.
I think because it's testing, he's having fun with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the drivers, I think now that we're talking about that, a lot of the drivers I felt like they were taking testing serious. Not that I'm saying Lando wasn't taking it, but I feel like he was just rage baiting. Like he wanted to see what everyone else's comments would be. And sadly, it bit him in the behind because a lot of the drivers did not agree with him.
But it's also like, who knows, like, who's to say what a driver feels in their car, because he could have fully been comfortable in that car and everything, and everyone have been like, oh, he's just saying this because he wants to be different. It could have been fucking Charles Leclerc saying it. And I'm just like, y'all, let the man be, let the man enjoy the car if he likes the car. Like, yeah, obviously he said he doesn't enjoy it. He was just playing around. But I'm just like, what was wrong with enjoying the car?
Yeah,
Personally.
I don't know. I feel like
I think it's just like anytime Lando opens his mouth, he gets in trouble with anybody.
yes. And he
But I
gets
also think a lot of it was too is the fact that Perez, Hamilton, and Verstappen had all vocally been like, we don't like the car, it's not good. And they're all like the drivers who have been here a long time, been driving far. And you would consider Lando a new driver in a sense, because he's not been driving as long as them.
yeah.
So I think a lot of people also like their opinions more than they do his. But I'm also like, well, who was it who said that F1's always evolving? So you gotta like go into it. Is it Lewis who said that?
Yeah.
No, wasn't that Lando too? He made a comment like that.
I think they both did.
They both did. I think, yeah, because I
I think so.
remember.
But it's true. It's like something's always changing. You have to just get used to it. And I think that's the same thing for these cars. Is they're not always going to be the same. Obviously, from when it first started as a sport to now, it's so drastically different. But I think drivers who first started it out driving in cars now would absolutely hate it.
I just want to say that we're probably going to get a lot of interesting comments.
And that's okay. And
just
personally,
just
that
putting it
is
out there.
okay because you know what? I'd love to have a debate.
No,
Personally,
No. I'm
because-
just
but it's also like you listen to these things or you come on here to vocalize what you think and have conversations with people, and that's what F1 is. I don't know, to me, it's you like to watch the things and talk about it.
no.
These
I
are
agree
my
with you.
opinions, so
It's just, I think for us, it's like we understand and we like talking about the sport and we like talking about the drivers that we follow and like. I feel like based off of when we started posting on our pod, like they were so quick to comment on like yours and my video of like our reaction to Lando winning
Right.
the championship, right? And it took everything in both of us, I think, not to respond to anything petty, but it goes to show that it's like, wow, like people will comment anything just to like try to get something out of you instead of having a full conversation.
yeah. And I think with this is like, I don't know, when we talk about things, we have the facts. We specifically take everything from the F1 website, so everything's true. So like, if their people are hating, then they can go fact check us.
We got all of our facts checked off.
Like, the facts are there. So I'm like, if you're hating, you're just being a hater. But
Yeah.
personally, I don't know. That's just me though. Like, I think if a driver wants to like a car, he can like the car. Oh, fucking what? He likes the car. Not everyone's gonna like the car.
I agree with you. I think it was funny. It was funny seeing the comments. And then during the press conference, when I think it was this past week, when they asked Lando why he did that, and he was just like, because I wanted to, like so
For shits
calm,
and giggles, like
so nonchalant. And then you have him sitting
which
next to.
I love that because I love a good comedy within F1. Like, I love the fun atmosphere that they try to bring back because it's not all that serious every single time. Like, we want to see some fun in there.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
when they asked him about it and he said he just did it because he wanted to, he was in the conference with Carlos, Gasly, and Charles, and they all started laughing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a malicious intent. Like, all of them found it
and I
funny.
think people were just like, oh, he wants to be different.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, guys. Anyways, let me see what you would like.
I will say, what were your guys' thoughts seeing Checo back on the
I
track?
was so happy seeing Checo.
I missed him.
Me
Mexican
too.
represent.
I missed him.
I
was
was
so
really
happy.
excited.
I was so happy to see him back.
Now I have to get like a Perez jersey or something to wear. To one of the
No,
races.
seriously.
Because like all I have stuff is from McLaren.
Yep, me too.
But like I have my other drivers that I favor. But,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Perez deserves a jersey to be worn for him.
I will say it was really nice when they were doing the like 2026 photo shoot and he congratulated Lando. Like that showed nice sportsmanship of him, given that he wasn't present last season. So
Yeah.
like for him to like be let go for a full season and then come back, like it was really nice to see that sportsmanship. But then it was also interesting to see how him and Max were not talking. Like they kind of like diverted a little bit. And I think it was till like last week where they kind of meshed together.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird little thing to see.
Also, can we talk about how George moved Lando's sticker?
That was funny.
That shit was so funny because I watched the video from Mercedes when they posted it.
I thought that was so funny.
And George was like, okay, guys, act normal when he comes in. And then he sees Lando and instantly goes,
Yeah.
I can't. Like,
literally a second later.
Laughter. And he's like, oh, your sticker's over there. And I was like, George, you just gave it away.
Like, he didn't even wait a single second.
Like,
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you're over there. All the way over there. In
And
Narnia.
I love that Lando didn't care. Like he would just looked at him like, okay.
She's like, I know you're messing with me anyways. Okay, also, another thing, the fact that Williams topped week 1 with the most laps for day 1 for last week was insane.
Yeah.
Like, they completed a lot of laps. But I'm also like, I think they're also like one of those top contenders this year for at least top 5.
I have high hopes. I see them in
really
the
have
top
high hopes.
5.
I don't know if I will go close to saying WDC, but I'm thinking top 5 for WCC.
Yeah, I feel like top 5 for me as well. It makes me nervous because I feel like they always start off like this and then season starts and they start having like engine failures or they start having battery failures. And I think because Carlos has been more vocal than Alex recently, last season at least, I'm curious to see if Alex will be more vocal this season.
Yeah, because like I know last season they were doing really well.
Yeah.
They started off kind of iffy, but they ended really well. And I'm like hoping that translates into this year where they end really well and then start really well because I don't know, I would love to see them up there.
I would love to see Alex on podium.
I would love to see an Alex on podium.
I want a 2019 podium. 2019 rookies podium.
Imagine that. George, Lando, and Alex all on podium together.
That would be insane.
I'm like,
Okay, but what would the order be? I would need Alex at number 1.
I would put George at 1. Alex
what?
3.
Lando's had enough. Put Lando at 3. Give Alex and George 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah.
how about none of them and just put Alex on 1, 2, and 3?
You're gonna clone him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a sick podium, but I'm really hoping for an Alex podium. I think he deserves it.
I really want to see like a Williams double podium.
Yeah,
or
that
like
would be nuts.
Alpine. Alpine, please.
Okay, but Visa having troubles with air power day 1 for session kind of sucked. Like, I feel bad for Arvid because he was only able to do so much because I think it was leakage.
Yeah, that fluid leakage.
I mean, he still recorded some. I think how many?
78 laps, I think, is what he recorded.
But I'm just
And
like,
that was no, it was. I think it was like 78. Yeah.
That's funny. Yes.
Who else? Audi. So Borletto and Hulkenberg.
Oh, Hulkenberg got a red flag.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. It was temporary though.
Yeah, we just had a temporary car stop. He eventually went back out again.
Yeah, because it was like I think they had said it was like the first red flag of the session, and it was not that long.
No. Yeah. But I think Audi did like what 122 laps at the end of day 1 for week 1.
Yeah, they completed 122 laps total.
Total, yeah. I wonder what's happening with turn 1 and turn 10 because from what I've noticed from this and some of last week is everyone is spinning out or going wide at turn 1 and turn 10 that they're blocking up and something's happening, and I'm just like, what's happening? Turn 1.
I also feel like the drivers were very vocal about saying how it's harder to turn and navigate the car at turn 1 as it was before. And when I was reviewing like the video and stuff, you could kind of tell like how like they really had to like shift to like not go out.
It's almost like their steering wheels are locked.
Yeah.
Because of how hard they're like literally having to do that.
So like when I saw that video, it kind of made me wonder like, does that mean every race we're probably going to get more action now? Because it's so close.
Maybe.
Unless from now until practice 1 starts for Australia, they end up fixing the problem with the steering.
Yeah, because they said last season that the last week that the FIA is looking into possibly doing some changes to the regulations because of all the complaints that the drivers have said they don't like.
But also another thing with the FAA and like all the regulations. Okay, you know how Mercedes and whoever uses the Mercedes engine found the loophole?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's come out yet. At least I haven't seen anything whether or not they're gonna weigh before or after. It was something, but the engine is within regulation after the race, but not before the race. But it's still within regulations altogether. And I think Ferrari was trying to fight it because they're fully in regulation beginning to start
Oh, okay. I
with their
haven't read
engine.
about that.
And I just had come upon it on a TikTok. I can't remember who was talking about it, but I had seen it, and I was like, it's up to whether they decide whether they're gonna weigh the car or they're gonna do something before, like pre-race, or if they're gonna do it after race. And so they're like, if that's the case, then why should it be allowed if you're gonna do it post-race? Then obviously they're gonna fit it. But if you do it pre-race, then they're not gonna fit it, and therefore they would get somewhat I think they would get disqualified, or I don't know what would happen. But I did see that, and I was like, that's interesting because they accepted that, knowing that they would still have to figure out whether they were gonna do pre-race or post-race stuff. I don't know. It was really weird. I'll have to find it again to show you guys. But it was like, I read it. It was so weird. And I was like, damn, because Ferrari doesn't have to think about that then. I don't think most teams do if they're not using the Mercedes stuff.
I think if I'm not mistaken, McLaren uses their engine.
Yeah, McLaren, I can't remember. I think there's another team or two.
Yeah, I think
don't
it's like
smile like that. Don't smile like that. She got a little smirk when you said McLaren has that. She went,
Guys, I'm praying for Ferrari.
I don't know, Issa. I feel like it's gonna be a really interesting season when we record our episodes. If Ferrari flops or McLaren flops, we're gonna be very like our crash outs are gonna be insane.
yeah.
You won't see me on screen.
I will say, when I seen your text earlier that McLaren found out before the race in Vegas, I kid you not, I looked at my phone and I just dropped it.
Yeah, I was, where was I? I was out. Yeah, I was at the mall, and I'm like walking and reading, and then I stop and I'm like, hold up, what did I just read? And then it was at the event that Lando and Zach had today in London, and they asked him about the disqualification, and he was like, oh yeah, we, like, the whole team knew before the race even ended that we were gonna be disqualified. So it makes
Lando and Oscar knew.
Yeah. And it made sense when he was on podium. Like, he just looked at the trophy, but, like, show no emotion. And I literally was just like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, mine and Lala's crash outs, like, we're making line for this club and we're freaking refreshing. Only for them to, like, just say right now, like, hey, yeah, we knew since before the race was even going to end, we were going to end disqualified.
Yeah, we were out getting drinks when you texted that, and I looked at Lala. I was like, Lala, did you see Jackie's text? She's like, no. I was like, she's like, what does it say? I was like, McLaren knew that they were going to be disqualified before the race even ended in Vegas. And she was like, what the fuck do you mean? And I was like, read it.
So I looked at your little text, set my phone down, and I chugged my margarita.
Oh,
I was
man.
not happy. And then my friends were like, oh, what's wrong? And I explained everything to them, and they went, oh. I said, yeah, so my crash out is going to become another crash out.
Yeah. That's why I
was
was
like,
like, there's no way
That was.
you, like, the thing that, like, really ticked me off seeing that, like, how they said it so calmly, and trust me, like, no hate, I love McLaren and Lando as, like, a driver and stuff, but it's the fact that it's like, if you knew, like, prior to the race ending, you just should have announced it, not, like, till almost, midnight when we found out? Almost, like, 1 AM? That it was like, "Oh, they're disqualified."
Yeah, because it was like rumors that they might be disqualified,
Yeah.
and then they confirmed it. And so we're like all like, what the fuck is happening? And then for them to come out and like basically say that they already knew, I was like,
what I'm wondering, because they had rumors, is if it was like still being investigated on whether they were actually going to be disqualified or not, rather than them knowing the entire time.
but like like how like every team knows like the regulations and like the things that they need, and like for them to be just like waiting to confirm that they were disqualified.
But I wonder if it was like they were thinking like, oh, like it's a close call, like it's probably not very noticeable that they were gonna get away with it, or if
I
it
don't
was
know.
like a
The
big thing
way
that they
he
were
said
like,
it
oh, you can see it.
the way he said it in that that event today with him and Zach, it made it seem like they knew prior to, like, the race even ending. So my thing is, like, how do you know? Because your radios are, like, comms are being broadcasted, so does this mean you knew, like, once you got into the car?
If that's the case, then they should have known before the race even started. When they were getting
Yeah.
all the cars on track and fixing everything, like those
I don't
last
know.
minute touch-ups, they would have known then.
I was really annoyed when I read that. I was like, "No,
Yeah,
that's not."
because wasn't that the thing last year is they had the pre and the post checking?
The what?
The pre and post checking, like you had to be over this weight for
Yeah,
before
the
and you had to be
car.
at this weight after.
Yes.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know. When I seen that, I was just like, they had to have known literally before the race started, if that was the case.
Like, don't get me wrong, it was a really fun race. It was cold, but it was fun to see.
Mhm.
But, like, I feel like that's just not a track that suits them well.
Yeah.
Like, McLaren just in general, it just doesn't suit them well. So, like, even going, like, considering going this year, right? I'm just like, I think I'm just going for the vibes.
I know that's what I was saying. That's like Vegas, I don't know. Vegas is my favorite track to go to, but it's my favorite race to go to in the sense of all the stuff they have to do.
Yeah.
Like how Coda was. Coda, one of my favorite tracks ever after going to it last year. It's so many things to do. And I think that's what Vegas is. It's like they have so many pop-ups for drivers, meet and greets for drivers. They have so many things to do as a fan that I liked. But I'm not a fan of the track itself just because there's not a lot you can do when the track is mostly straights.
And those walks were long. They were brutal to get to places. It was
Because
like
everything's
30
blocked
or
off.
40 minutes. Yeah.
And that's one thing I will say I don't like about Vegas when F1 is there. Because I personally love Vegas. But walking the strip when F1 is there is so bad because so many things are blocked off that it takes from a 10-minute walk to literally a 30 to 40-minute walk.
Yeah, well, like Saturday after the race when we were gonna meet up at the club,
Mm-hmm.
we had to go through like all these like back corner streets, like pitch
Yeah.
black, and then it kept like saying 30 minutes, then 35, then 40, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I will say I think I'm excited to see how Mexico is just because it looks really nice. But then I'm also excited for Silverstone. You guys did Silverstone last year, no?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
No one's done Silverstone in our group then?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't mean okay.
It'll be a first time.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So
See,
best have some running shoes on.
Yeah.
My goal is to be on the little truck getting booed by everyone sitting at the stands. And I'm getting a little tour of like the track.
Me too. Me too.
Girl, no, I want to be the freaking little Lego cars that they had last year.
Oh Imagine.
Those things were cool.
They were. But yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to be able to attend a race because I think Lala, you were with us in Coda, where we saw the whole like them getting on the little truck, and I was just like, everyone was booing them from where we were
No,
sitting.
they got to our section, and all you hear is boo.
Yeah.
Why?
Because those
Just
are the
for the
people
hell of
that
it. I
have
think-
like hospitality and like a paddock pass and stuff.
I will say the only people I accept being invited are K-pop members because I love K-pop members when they're invited. They're so cutie. I'm sorry, did you see Lisa was at Vegas?
Was she with Ferrari?
I'm pretty sure.
Love her.
Yeah, I want that for us one day.
Mhm. I want to be like my favorite K-pop people and be in the paddock with Red Bull.
I know, don't tell me that.
Please.
My favorite K-pop member was with Red Bull because he loves Max Verstappen and loves Red Bull. And I just sat there and I was like, I wish that was me.
Like, please.
Like,
It's so like, I don't know, like
I
I
just
feel
want to
like-
see the car up close and personal.
yeah, because even when we did the pit lane walk, we couldn't really see the car up close and personal. For Vegas, I asked, like, so McLaren had, I guess like they invite their own like guests and stuff. So I asked, I think she's a YouTuber. She like was like standing towards the back already because she had like finished seeing the car up close and personal. And it was when they were working on Lando's car. Like they had like the nose off and like everything off. So I like tapped her and I was like, I am so sorry. Can you take a picture or a video of like his car up close? And she's like, yeah, totally. I got you. And she did it. And then when I went to Ferrari's garage, I asked one of the mechanics and I was like, or one of the workers, and I was like, hey, can you like take a picture of like the car up close? But they were only doing it to certain people. They weren't doing it to everyone. But that's literally how I got to be able to, I guess, see the car up close because I asked people to go for me.
that's crazy. Now I need to know what you think
Yeah.
Ferrari seems the fastest.
So we have like our like, as of like week 2, we have our like 2 like major top teams, which is like Ferrari and Mercedes.
And Mercedes, yep.
Yeah, and then we have McLaren and Red Bull who are like within reach of Ferrari and Mercedes, but they're not there yet. And then we have our midfield teams who are like Haas, Visa, Williams, and Alpine.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have
Patty haven't shown much.
no, they're still like the like developing teams. And then we have Aston Martin who are like have so much concern for.
Yeah, I think like talking about Aston Martin is a little bit scary because first week and second week they had major issues. And the fact that like Lance wasn't able to complete more than 3 laps, I think in week 2, like says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really nervous
with
for them.
practice and hopefully with practice and like having a week of stuff to do, things before the race, we'll at least give them some time to like catch up and like change things.
I'm hopeful because I feel like I would love to see them at least like again and like in the fight. Because I feel like we didn't see that last season. And not only that, but because they got a new team principal, so it's like you kind of want that, it gives you some sort of hope.
Yeah. That's all I can really hope for.
Other than
I'm
that, that's
scared.
pretty much what happened week 1 and week 2 of testing.
Praying for Ferrari to stay on this uphill. That's all I say.
Lala and I are praying for McLaren to show dominance in Australia.
Ferrari, please.
This year, McLaren, you better shut down that fucking papaya rules and we have 2 number 1 drivers. Bullshit. I don't want to hear it this year. New year, new McLaren. Please.
I know. I just don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to hear no papaya rules. I just let them race.
At this point, for me, I don't even give a fuck if Lando's number 1 driver or not. Just give them a fucking number 1 driver. And stop doing all this bullshit you did last year.
I know. I just let them race. That's all I want. Just to
Yeah.
see them race. Like, I don't
Please
want
just
to
let them race.
go to a race and be like, Oscar let him through, Orlando let him through. Like, just let them race. They're drivers. Like, if they're
Like,
both number one, then
legit.
so be it.
Like, I don't want to hear, well, this one did something for you last week, so you gotta do it this week.
Yeah, I don't want to ever hear the comment or like a similar radio as to when Will told Lando that's not a way to win a championship. You need the team. Like, don't give us that BS. Like,
Yeah,
if,
he's like,
if
there's
you
not a
say
you and team. or
they're
like something
both
like that.
number one drivers, then let them fight for it.
Yeah.
There is no true.
And if
There's
they
two number
crash,
one
they
drivers.
crash. It happened in Canada, but they were racing each other, you know?
Let them fight like Ferrari fights.
No, seriously.
Not because Ferrari be scaring me and how they fight.
They scare me.
Yeah, see, Ferrari this year scares me because I feel like last year it was a snippet as to what both drivers can bring to the table if they have a good car.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I need Hamilton on a podium. I need Charles Leclerc WDC.
We'll manifest for you. We'll manifest.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You want to do a little outro? Go for it.
Okay. That concludes episode 3, our opinions on week 1 and week 2 of testing. Stay tuned for episode 4 in the next 2 weeks. We'll see you in 10 days once the first race starts.
Australia, here we go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.